Hey, how you guys doing? All right, it's good to see you guys again. We're gonna keep on moving along, keep on getting these music basics out the way so we can learn how to use them later on. So let's get to it. First off, we're gonna do a little review. Tell me, who can name this object? Give you some time. Oh, come on, we talked about this all week. What is it? Very good, it is the music staff. Very good, the music staff. Remember, this is where we place all of the notes that we use to read music. This allows us to be able to read how high, how low, and when to play something, okay? Just like the definition says, the music staff is a set of lines and spaces on which music is written on. Yeah, very good. Let's keep it moving, keep it rocking. Remember, it has we'll say it again. 5 lines. 5 lines and 4 spaces. 5 lines, I said 5 lines and 4 spaces. Never forget that. That never changes. Keep it moving. Okay, we're gonna talk about what you see here later on today. But remember, the musical alphabet uses the first 7 letters of the regular alphabet. So, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, back to A. The first 7 alphabet. 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 The first 7. Let's start again. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, back to A. The first 7 alphabet. 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 The first 7. All right. So, good job. Let's keep it moving. So remember, accidentals change the pitch to either making it a little higher, a little lower, or bringing it right back to normal. If you have a sharp, that's going to raise it and make it a little higher. If you have a flat, remember, that makes it a little lower. And if you have a natural, it cancels out either the flat or the sharp, okay? All right, review, very good. Remember, musical note is a unit of measurement that indicates the duration of a sound in time, meaning each note is going to tell you how long you have to play something. So you may have to play something long, play something short like this, da, 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 da. Okay? The notes are going to tell you which one of those you will play. This is a breakdown of the notes. Now, you don't have to remember this. We will get to this, I promise. Right now, I just want your eyes to identify. All I want you to do is see a note and say, oh, that's a note. Oh, that's a note. That's all I want right now, okay? Baby steps. Okay, once again, this is a note. What type? Hey, quarter note. We're gonna talk about why this is a quarter note later, but we're gonna keep it moving. All right, new stuff today, okay? We're gonna talk about something that we call clefs, okay? There are 2 main types of clefs. Are there more than this? Yes. But the types of clefs that you guys will see, whether you're singing or you're playing an instrument, will likely be one of these 2, okay? The treble clef, which is this one. This is probably a music symbol you guys see all the time. It's usually one of the greatest representations of music. You put that symbol up somewhere, people say, oh, they're talking about music. Well, that sign is called a treble clef, okay? It is the highest clef. Okay, meaning when you see this clef right here, this clef tells you you are going to be playing high notes, higher notes, okay? So, instruments that read this: violin, flute, oboe, clarinet, saxophones, trumpet, horn, piano, and voice, okay? So, for example, if you are a young lady, you would probably be singing this if you were singing music. Now, and for most of my gentlemen now, you would probably be singing this right now, okay? because your voice is still a little high up there. Trust me, I'm gonna let you hear one of my old tapes. My voice was really way up here. I was like, ah, it was all like that, okay? But when you guys get older and your voice drops, then you come to the bass clef. This is the lowest clef. So when you see this little circle like this with the two dots, that tells you that you're going to play low notes, very low notes. And here are some instruments that play or that utilize the bass clef: cello, double bass, trombone, bassoon, baritone, tuba, piano, left hand, and voice if your voice has changed. So for gentlemen, some of you may be going through it, but not really yet. Give it about another year. Your voice will start to change, and then your voice will drop, okay? And depending on how low your voice drops, you'll probably be seeing a lot of bass clef if you decide to sing. Anybody else, if you're playing any one of these instruments, this is what you will see that will tell you to play low notes. Treble clef, high notes, bass clef, low notes. All right, let's keep it moving. All right, so we talked about, I almost lost my train of thought. You almost got me, but you didn't, because I got it back. Okay, we already talked about this idea of the music staff, but how do we organize everything on the music staff? Well, this is how we do it, okay? A fixed number of notes grouped together is called a measure. So what we do to make sure that we can easily read music is that we group up the notes, okay? So you don't just have an endless amount of notes just going on and 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 on forever. We group them up, and those groups are called measures. Measures, okay? So how do we get measures? Well, first off, once we get a correct amount of notes that we need, we put a line down the middle that we call a bar line, and that separates a measure to a measure. Bar line separates the measure. Okay, so when we get the right amount of notes, we put a bar line down in the middle, and then we go on to the next measure. And then here we go, another bar line, okay? So let's actually go back to that. This is very important. This is so crucial when we start writing our rhythms. Yes, you will be writing rhythms. Yeah. You can do it, and they're gonna be fantastic. But this here is so important because this tells me that you have the correct amount of notes in that little section here, this measure, okay? There is a system to this, but I will teach you that system, okay? All of you, when you're in the car and you're listening to your favorite song and you're grooving, okay? There are measures going on within that, okay? And you're going to see if you have the wrong amount, it messes everything up. But we'll get to that in a later time. Okay, remember, measures are, again, let's go back. A fixed number of notes grouped together, okay? And then the bar line is what separates each and every measure that makes them the measures. Moving on. Now, what you see here, these two numbers, they look like a fraction, okay? But it is called in music a time signature. Now, I'm not going to explain this. Okay? All I want you to do is when you see these two numbers right here, time signature. That's it. But don't, nothing else. When you see these two numbers on top of each other in the staff, just say time signature. Let's try it. Two numbers, time signature. 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 That's all I want you to remember, okay? Well, and the only two numbers we're gonna focus on is 4 and 4. That's it. Nothing else, okay? Baby steps. We're gonna take baby steps, so I know you guys got this, okay? All right, so once again, for your assignment, you're gonna go ahead, you're gonna review through all of this stuff, okay? And remember, if you got any questions, please contact me, let me know, and I will be there to help you, all right? All right, let's see what you guys can do this week. Get it going.